All right, guys, welcome back. These are the common struggles that most people face after losing a substantial amount of weight. Some of these I faced after losing close to 70 pounds, well, 70 pounds and more. And these are some things you can expect after major weight loss. And here are some tips to guide you along the way. First and foremost, hunger cravings. Your body, when you're overweight, is so used to you being that way, you carrying all this excess weight, it being able to get energy, which where your fat sources are, anytime it needs to, compared to once you lose the weight, you essentially use all the energy, most of the energy that you have in your body, excess energy that you have in your body. So your body is accustomed to being a certain way, having a certain amount of energy within it to be used. So you're getting lean, your body has to find a way to get back to how it used to be, the comfortable way. And in a way that it does that, it tricks you into thinking you're hungry, into getting cravings. And since your body, as you lose weight, you don't lose your fat cells. They just shrink. For the next time you overeat and overconsume, they just expand and you basically grow a couple more fat cells. So you deal with hunger cravings. You still fight the urge for comfort foods or late night snacking because it's within you. It's like a habit that you've had for a long time. It's not gonna go away automatically just after you lose a certain amount of weight. Your body knows how to adapt and survive. You survive all these years. We've survived all these years as humans. So your body is very smart. That's why it's a struggle to get fit and stay fit. Brain sometimes craves like the old me, even if my body doesn't need it. Yeah. So like the old me would have craved certain foods at certain times. At times, my brain craves it. It makes my body think that I crave it, but meanwhile, I don't. So if I give in to it, I could go down on a path where I could get big again. Whereas if you're aware of that and you control the situation, you will not have to deal with something like that. So, yeah, your brain sometimes craves these things, but it's up to you at the end of the day because you have the power to either grab the food and put it in your mouth or not. So you have to make that decision because at the end of the day, your body will fight you, and it's up to you to win the battle. So, how do we combat that for the most part? Having a high protein, well balanced diet with enough protein, enough fiber, enough omega 3s, enough hydration to where your body is so satisfied that it doesn't crave any other outlets. A high protein diet does mostly that. With enough fiber and all those good macro and micronutrients that will help you fight the cravings for the most part. Now, once you get super lean, you know, things have to be a little bit different. However, for the most part, most of us could fight these cravings with just these tips right here. Staying hydrated, get enough amount of sleep and recovery, along with the high protein diet, enough fiber, strength training, things of that nature. Next is the fat boy slash fat girl mentality. So at times, it's more like an emotional thing. It's more like in your head. But it goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like you feel like the overrated version of yourself is still inside of you. You still crave ice cream at night when you're watching TV. You look at yourself, you're like, man, I'm not good enough. I don't look good enough. I'm not fit enough. I don't have a six pack yet, so why, why can't I just go back to eating ice cream, This is too hard. You start talking down on yourself instead of acknowledging the progress that you've made so far and how you can get better. So feeling like you're overweight or feeling like the overweight version of yourself, the old version of yourself is inside of you. And even though it is, you have to get it out of you. It's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be an easy war. However, you must conquer that version of you and get rid of it. Because if you still have it, if it's still present and lives within you during that transition phase, you will lose. And you have the power to win yourself. So you overthink food choices and portion sizes. Yes, my serving size of cereal is not the actual serving size. It's twice or three times that. But if I measure it, I know the right serving size, cool. So now you have a separate identity from the past you. So you have to basically realize that and really live within the new identity that you have and not the old identity. Because you've had the old identity for so long, it's hard to transition to the new one, but it's necessary. It's required, just like everything else, it takes work. So you have to work and every day build habits to fortify the new identity that you have, which is a fit you. You being fit, you being healthier in a fit body, feeling better, looking better, thinking better. That's you now. So that's your identity. That's the identity you must embrace. And every day, every week, your old you is going to come creeping back. The comfort, all of that. That's just human nature. It's going to come back to you and be like, hey, come back to be a big boy. Come back to be a big girl. When you eat ice cream and watch movies and do nonsense things. No, that's when you have to fight against it. Be like, no, I'm fit. I take care of myself. You know, instead of saying I'll gain the weight back one day, so I can eat a pint of ice cream now. No, start saying I fuel myself the right way now. I'm a better version of myself now. And that's how it's gonna be from now on. That will help you fight and get over the hump. Because the weight loss is just a chapter. The lifestyle that you live from now going forward is the story that you are writing. So see, the weight loss had to happen for you to start living a better life, to be able to have a better future, right? To live longer. So the weight loss is just a chapter in that story. So once you flip the chapter over, then what? The story continues, which is the lifestyle that you're living. The healthy lifestyle continues. So the weight loss is just a chapter. To flip over the chapter, continue and move on. Sometimes you can reflect on it, look back, analyze, think back to different things. However, it is not the whole story. It's part of the story. You have to get to point A, from point A to get to point B, to get to point C. So point A to point B is done. Now it's time to connect point B to point C. I hope that made sense. Next, body image issues. So such as loose skin, stretch marks, cellulite, what? Yeah, so usually when you lose a substantial amount of weight, the body issues, it's gonna come, whether in a small dose or a big dose. So some people deal with it harder than others, but it's part of the game. And once you realize it's part of the game, you could maneuver through it and deal with it better. So some people have issues with loose skin, stretch marks. It's natural. And the way I like to look at it is they are battle scars. Sometimes, you know, we every day we get in the habit of doing things that are good for us and we continue, we achieve a lot of things. We don't reflect, we don't go back. So these are battle scars. These are, yeah, the battle scars. They're to remind you like, hey, I did good. I'm better. I can improve to be even better. So they are battle scars. They're not something you should be ashamed of. They are battle scars. So look at them that way and use them to wheel you going forward. Looking in the mirror and still seeing the old body. Yeah, a lot of times we're so used to looking a certain way, seeing ourselves in a certain way, subconsciously or not, that even though you're looking at a new person, you look better, but you still see the old you. It's not until someone tells you, oh, wow, you lost a lot of weight. You look better. You're happy now. It's not until that time that you see it or you acknowledge it or you feel good hearing or getting the approval of the outside. It's not until that happens that you are like, wow, I did something big here. I did something that most people cannot do, don't have the willpower to do, don't have the ability to conquer. Yeah, some people just say, yeah, it's just weight loss, bro. Chill. But it's just weight loss, bro. But guess what? Most of us here in this country cannot conquer it. So it's not just weight loss, bro. You literally change your life. And you need to be proud of that. So another way we could combat those body image issues is you build a physique goal that is beyond just weight loss. Build strength goals, performance goals, muscle building, endurance, etc. Get as strong as you can possibly get as strong as you can, you know, train for a sport where you get better at it, build some muscle, increase your endurance, performance, your capacity, all of that. Maybe get into martial arts, get into pickleball, whatever it is that you might enjoy. It's another purpose that you will have, and it will increase your fitness. Because fitness isn't just about lifting weights. It's not just about running. It's about being well-rounded. So guess what? Build a physique goal that makes you well-rounded, and that will fix most of your body issues. Next is social pressure. Yeah, that's one of the big ones that, oh yeah, that I've struggled with for a good period of time. Even now, it never goes away because there's people that knew you before, that you've seen after, people that haven't seen you, people that when you're around them, like let's say you used to hang out with them before, now you don't, you all live different lives, they're still the way they were, you're new, they're not used to you being a certain way. They kind of try to overtly or subconsciously bring you back to that level, to that way of being. Remember when we used to hit McDonald's, after the club? Remember when you used to, get a six pack and play Call of Duty all night? Remember those fun days we used to have, man? Why can't we just do it again, man? Just like the old times. Nope, it ain't the old times no more. It's new. I'm new. The future is not necessary. It's not necessary to do that. I'm not the same person anymore. Now, if you're strong enough to where you could have that and then go back to your normal routine the next day, cool, by all means. But the reality is, most of us are not. You have to be so deep into your fitness journey to the point where you're able to slip up 1 or 2 days and go back like it's normal. Most people, once they slip up, it's like a domino effect and you just continue, 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 continue. Another catchphrase is, you're skinny now. You can eat it. And they'll literally sit there and watch you. If you don't eat it, they'll feel like, oh, here we go with this diet again. He likes to eat healthy. He's the healthy man. It's like, yeah, I am. I am the healthy man. Oh, so you're just not gonna eat the cake? You on a diet 24/7? It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? The vibe isn't the same. We're on two different levels here. So, someone like that, you don't even need to be around them. Like Robert Greene said, avoid the unlucky. Because someone like that's unlucky. You're holding a mirror to them and they're seeing their flaws, what you have that they're missing. And that is strength, character, the ability to adapt and move forward when they are not willing, that they are not doing, can't do, or not willing to do. So it's best if they are friends with you, keep them at a distance because it's easy to get dragged down. Social pressure is the easiest way to get dragged down. Yeah, they will reinforce the old mentality. Like I just said, you changing highlight their lack of change, them not elevating to a higher plane, and it hurts them. It hurts them whether they admit it to you or not. And it comes out in the form of slick comments. It's okay, you could have a burger, bro. You're good. You could have a drink, bro. Just one time. I know we do it every Tuesday, but it's one time for you, it's okay, you're fine. And it's like, that's when you have to realize, okay, what are my priorities? And what am I doing here? Real talk. Be around people who live the lifestyle that you want to live. Be around people that live a lifestyle that you live or you want to live. Because again, the social pressure thing, being around an environment, like I said in my previous video, your environment plays a big role. And you'll notice that as you change your body, your mind, your spirit, and all that stuff, your environment will change. That's the law of nature. So even though that's gonna happen slowly and gradually, also make an effort to be around people that live how you want to live. It'll make the process easier. And again, us humans would like to be in communities and feel like we're part of something. So being in a community of people that live healthy is instrumental to you continuing your fitness journey. Next, fear of regaining weight. Oh, what's a big one? A lot of people struggle with that one. That's like one of the most common ones. They're afraid to, have a high calorie day if the day calls for it. They're afraid to, for example, last night was my best friend's birthday, right? Now I went ham. Had tacos. I had They had three kinds of cakes: Tres leches, red velvet, this chocolate peanut butter cake from like 3, 4 hours, like a store from 3, 4 hours to where I live. Like his mom brought the cake down, three of my favorite cakes, by the way. Three of my favorite cakes, and they were just there. I love tacos. I definitely like Mexican tacos. I definitely like when it's authentic and made there. So it's like, to me, it felt like it was my birthday too. Like, three of my favorite cakes, tacos, people I like being around. It's a no-brainer. Now, I ate, I ate everything. I had sake, I had tequila, I had cake, I had tacos. I went hard. But today, I went back to the basics. It's like nothing happened. Most people cannot do that. They have this fear of regaining weight. So they'll go on a binge, and guess what? That day becomes two, becomes three, four, five, six, and they're back to how they used to be. They don't have the mental fortitude or the mental capacity to just be like, okay, one day, then wipe it out. The next day, they're back to normal. At least most people, it takes them time to develop that. Some of them, it takes them months, years, even to even develop that level of strength. Some of them, they're better off just to get to a certain point where they're able to test it out and see if they got it in them. Some people, once they get a taste, they go balls to the wall. Their willpower is zero. Some of them, I wholeheartedly believe that you have to be strict for a certain period of time. Let's say I have 70 pounds. I was strict for at least 4, 5, 6 months. No cheat days, literally none. And by the sixth one, I would introduce one cheat day, 1.5 cheat days. Then it was like a cheat meal. Then it got to the point where I was able to just manage that, manage that, manage that. Sometimes I bounced back, sometimes I didn't bounce back as I should. So I'm a very calculated person. So for someone like me, that works. Some others, it's like once they get a taste of that old life, they're just like, yes. Again, as human beings, we like what is familiar. So this right here is a dangerous concept. It's a dangerous game. It varies from person to person. So I kind of go by it a case by case basis. Whoever comes to me and is facing an issue like this, because based on the personality types, again, your mind, your body, your soul, everything is one. So based on the personality type, evidence, and things like that that I have of them, I could gauge, okay, it's better for you to not have a cheat day. It's better for you to have a cheat day. It's better for you to do this, approach it this way, and guide them along that way. Yes, so constant worry about one bad week. Okay, constant worry that one bad week will undo months of progress is crazy. But it happens, it's way more common than you think. I've struggled with it multiple times. And I promise you, it won't be the last time I think of it, even though I'm telling you right now that don't do that. The weight gain did not happen in a week. You gaining 50, 70 pounds since you were in middle school or high school, past high school, did not happen in a week, not a month, not 6 months. It happened over years of constantly malnourishing, eating nonsense, being negligent as far as your health goes. So guess what? You're not gonna gain it all back in a month or in a week. You didn't lose it in a week. You didn't. You're not gonna gain it in a week. You didn't gain it in a week. You're not gonna lose it in a week. So keep that in mind. Look at the timelines and adjust accordingly. Stepping on the scale too often or obsessing over small changes. Again, I'm a believer in tracking. Tracking is great. It's excellent. It's a great tool to learn. So it's another tool in your arsenal that you can use. To me, the more accurate, the better. But some people, the portion sizes, some people just need to track once or twice for them to get it. So tracking is fine. So stepping on the scale too often, like 3 times a day, twice a day, worrying about every single time you eat something, you go on the scale. Mm, that's not good. Should not do that because your weight fluctuates throughout the day. So, but these are things that people deal with, and you have to realize that you have control over yourself now. So there's no need to fear. There's no need to fear of regaining weight because you have control now. You know what to eat now. You know how to train now. You know how to live now. So what are you really afraid of? If you were to gain 70 pounds right now, you will know how to lose it again. If you've gone through it once, twice, you know how to. So there's no need to fear. You already gone through it. I don't let it happen. But if it did happen, you should have enough faith in yourself to be able to do it if you do it the first time. And guess what? Now it's about working on not gaining it back. Instead of having to redo it over and over again and starting from ground zero. One of my favorite songs from T.I. It's one of his later songs from like the Paper Trail album. Can't remember when the video came out. It's called No Matter What. Very inspiring song. He said, if your heart is filled with faith, then you can't fear. That's very true. He's talking about, spiritual things, you know, psychological stuff like that. However, it applies to this. If your heart is filled with faith, whether that's religious, spiritual, all that stuff, even in this game right here, if your heart is filled with faith, then you cannot fear. So if you have, let's say, for example, I lost 70 pounds, right? I've gained 40 back and lost it. I've gained 20, 30 back and lost it. So my heart is filled with a lot of faith that I could do this again if I was ever to gain weight again. So my heart is so filled with faith that I could do this again that there's no need to fear. And that's that. Next, your clothes and identity shifting. And one struggle is that not knowing your new style, not understanding your new style because your old clothes are too big, but the new clothes you get, they don't feel like because you're not used to wearing these type of clothes. Maybe you don't like to wear slim clothes. For example, when I was big, I used to wear black all the time. I still like to wear black all the time. What I got on right now, I have black joggers and a black tank top and black socks and black shoes. But when I was heavier, all I would wear is black. Black, 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 black. But now I wear lighter colors. and I know what colors look good on me. No, 20, even if I did not like a color, and let's say one day I wear it, and you could tell that now if you go and look good, people will acknowledge that you look good. That's one thing about us, man. We're very visual. The ladies are visual, the brothers are visual, everybody, kids, adults, no matter what. If you wear something, that's something about being fit. If you're fit and you wear something that looks good on you, I could almost guarantee you will notice that people like it, or you will notice that people acknowledge you, they will respect you, you get free stuff. There's a lot of benefits to it. What we call the body game. There's a lot of benefits to the body game. And yeah, I think I'm gonna come out with a video of benefits of body game. Be on the lookout for that. But yeah, some of these lighter colors I would never wear ever because they would literally show all the roles I had. Now, I put it on like it's nothing because I know it looks good. I know what colors look good on me and I wear them all the time and I get complimented all the time. So you kind of have to develop a style. And even then, I never liked wearing polo shirts when I was younger. I was like, "Ugh." And I used to wear them all the time for school. So I was like, I don't really like this stuff, right? Now I wear polo shirts like it's nothing. So when I wear a polo shirt, I look so good. I get complimented on so much that it's working. It fits me. So I embrace it. I learn different ways to style it. Well, it looks good. Yeah. So embrace the new body. Because again, it is a new body. Well, it's the same body, but it's a new body. Evolve while learning that a new style that suits you. So while you're learning that style, trying out different things, seeing what works, what doesn't, embrace the journey. Guess what? Just like you had to embrace the journey to get fit, embrace the journey to win a game, the whole video game, embrace the journey to adapt to a new school and a new environment. It's the same thing. Embrace the journey of learning a new style, what fits you, what doesn't, what you like, what you don't like. You're basically soul searching. So, or style searching. I went from wearing cargo pants and baggy clothes, like 2007 rap videos, to dressing very classy, casual most of the time. And that's the look that fits me. And I look good in it. And once you look in the mirror, you see that you look good in it, you don't need any more convincing. Once you see that you look good in it, forget what people think. You're just gonna go out there and, do what you do. Yeah, different colors suit me now that I never wore before. I went over that already. But yeah, compliments. So another issue that people that lose a lot of weight or have a transition from one body to the other, so skinny to heavy, no, I mean skinny to muscular or heavy to lean. The compliments sometimes feel awkward because more often than not, you're not used to getting compliments. And if you do, it's about like, oh, your personality or things like that. Very little minute things, right? So when you do get the compliments, sometimes it feels weird. You don't know whether they'll compliment you out of nowhere. Adults, kids, you name it, people just drawn to you. Like it's like you're a magnet. Sometimes they'll compliment you, they'll say things you just like, what? So out of like field. People flirt with you, they tease you, they talk to you like, so they're very comfortable around you. And sometimes that might feel awkward, especially if you're not used to getting it a lot before. And it's another transition that over time you have to get used to because it's not something that, is normal to you. So take the compliments, because people don't just give out compliments like that, especially towards men. So if you get complimented, whether it's by a man, woman, child, whatever, older person, don't matter. Take the compliment because there is something good magnifying about you that they like, that they see. So don't take it for granted because there's something about you that stands out that is worth complimenting. Hell, even if they're fading it, more often than not, there's some truth to it. So, you know, you're magnetic and being fit will get you to be magnetic, believe me. Now, your energy and recovery. A lot of times, you will say, yeah, I'm lighter. I have so much energy, which is very true, very true. But sometimes you realize being lighter, as in almost underweight, it won't fix that. So you think, oh, being lighter means having more energy. So I'll cut down even more. Nope. Sometimes when you do cut even more, you lose a lot of energy because you have less fat stores. Your metabolism might slow down, so your energy levels ain't gonna be the same. So everyone has like a level of leanness that they can stay and manage. Some work that will give them optimal energy and performance levels. You still need to sleep right, you still need to recover right, and balance everything out. I know it's like a broken record, right? I pretty much say that in every video, but it's the truth. You still need all those, all of them, all of them to maximize your energy and your recovery. When you maximize all of these, your energy levels skyrocket. And that's just the bottom line. Next, your mental health and discipline. Yes, so your mental health will definitely, sometimes it takes a hit because, again, you grew up thinking that people should like you for certain things. People should view, you have an idealistic view of this world that is not real more often than not. So you get disappointed. And once you get to the other side of, how do you say that? The body game, you'll see like people's true colors. You'll lose a lot of friends. You will naturally be around new people or different people because, people can't handle how you are. You're so magnetic. Some people will fall off. So a lot of times that takes a toll on your mental health because you don't really understand how life really is. You have this view of life when you were heavy. Now you realize it's not this way. So it throws you off a little bit. Some people it throws them off a lot. But more often than not, that your mental health aspect is great. You sleep better. You have more mental clarity, more discipline, so that's good. Food used to be a comfort. Now, having to find new coping mechanisms, not so much mechanisms, I didn't want to say that, but trying to find new hobbies and comforting things and things that bring me fulfillment, I should say, instead of coping mechanism. That's a bad choice of words. New fulfillments. Um, so now having to find these new things to fulfill you is challenging, but it's worth it. Better yet, not needing any coping mechanisms. There you go. So not needing any coping mechanisms, but more so finding things that fulfill you and doing them and overall enjoying a better quality of life. So that's the solution right there. Because now you have more purpose and you feel very good. So learning that discipline has to stay forever. It's not just until the goal weight. It's not just until you reach the goal weight. So discipline has to stay with you forever. because without discipline, you're not gonna get anything done in life. There was a quote about discipline. I don't know if it was Tesla or somebody. It's like, yeah, discipline is like the foundation of everything. Don't quote me, but yeah, without discipline in anything, you're not gonna achieve anything. You're not gonna feel good, especially if you're a man. Next, relationships and attention. Friends and family treating you differently, good and bad. So again, go back to my last point when I said you have a view of this world, and your family and your friends have this view of you when you're fat and overweight. So now that you're different, they're gonna treat you different, whether they do it overtly or subconsciously, right? They might talk shit to you, but they're really praising you on the inside. They might praise you on the outside, but really envy you. They might think life is great for you. They might, good and bad. They might say the comments like, "Oh, I know you get all the women. Oh man, why are you not married? You look so good." They're trying to like project, and they have this idea of you and they want you to go by that instead of allowing you to be who you are. So, yeah, you're gonna get more attention in general. So, if you're someone who doesn't talk a lot, if you're someone who's very covert or introverted, like they say, that's gonna be a challenge because you don't like people around you that much. And guess what? When you are fit, people are gonna be around you. There is no way around it. There is no way around it. None at all. It's gonna happen. People are gonna be drawn to you. And if you work in a sales environment, in any public environment where there's a lot of people, people are going to be drawn to you, negative and positively. So, you know, because people envy you, they like you, they secretly hate you, secretly like you. So you have to learn to deal with all of that compared to before, you probably felt invisible and you didn't have to deal with all that, you know? Also embrace it because not everyone gets to experience both sides of the coin. Most of them stay on one side forever. So embrace that you were one way and you overcame the obstacle because that's one thing people cannot do in life. Most people cannot do in life is overcome different obstacles. So embrace it because you get to experience what it's like to be overweight and experience what it's like to be on body game. And most of them stay on one side forever. So they'll stay overweight for the rest of their life. Or they'll go up, down, up, down, up, down forever. Instead of getting lean, practicing body game, and enjoying the fruits of labor and keep working at it forever. It opens up doors to opportunities that you would not even imagine. Looking good is golden nowadays. Being healthy is always appreciated, no matter what. So it opens doors to opportunities that you would not even imagine. Any opportunity, relationship wise, attention wise, career wise, any. So on this side, I'm gonna talk about maintenance versus growth because shifting from a weight loss mindset to a fitness slash strength mindset. So instead of just losing weight all the time and not being satisfied with the amount of weight that you lose after you get lean enough to where you have abs and things like that, some people still like to continue and lose extra weight to where they become underweight. right? Shifting from that to, you know, the strength, performance, endurance, all of that, you know, those other aspects of fitness, sticking to just one aspect of fitness, only just losing weight, losing weight, losing weight, losing weight. Because we want to lose fat. We don't want to lose weight. So not chasing the scale anymore is a struggle that most people face. Yeah, I require my clients to go on the scale every week, but not everybody you meet wants to be weighed, things like that. So, but to me, the scale is a great tool. It's a matter of how you use it, which that could feel strange after obsessing over it for so long. So if you are someone who was obsessed with the scale all the time, weigh yourself 24/7, almost well, 3, 4 times a day, learning to not do that and growing past that is going to be a challenge. And again, it's a challenge that you should embrace. It's not easy, but it can feel strange. However, it's a natural progression from chasing the scale to not being obsessed with it anymore. So you should embrace that and get to that point where you don't have to be obsessed over it. I still use the scale, like I said. I think it's a great tool. But graduating to a point where you learned and have a good understanding of fitness in your body. That is the main thing. That's the point of this whole journey. It's getting to a point, maintaining, growing, and evolving. That's it. So thank you guys for watching. Till next time, peace.